Oh. Hey, welcome to level 3. You did it. You got by level 1, you got by level 2, and here we are at level 3. And I'm proud of you. And you should be proud of yourself too. To start off, we're doing 3.1 slopes of lines. Today we're going to be finding out how to find a slope of a line using a graph, 2 points, or an equation. So let's do a little bit of review about what a slope is. Slope, if you remember, is just the rise of a line over the run. So if I want to find the slope, I count the rise, 1, and then I count the run, 1, 2. So I have a rise over a run. So for example, here we have a slope of 1/2. Another way to do it is the points. If you have 2 points, you can find the slope. You can either just use the slope formula, which I will give to you today, or you can graph them and find the slope that way. And finally, an equation. If you remember y equals mx plus b, this is called slope-intercept form. Here's your slope, here's your intercept. We'll talk more about that, and that is another way to find slope. So let's start with the visual one. Let's start with how to find the slope from a graph. What you need to do is just count the rise over the run. So if I wanted to find the slope of this, all I have to do is find 2 points. Let's say this point over here and this point over here, and count how much it goes up over how much it goes over. So it goes up 1. So my rise is 1, and my run is 1, 2. 1, 2. So this slope is 1 over 2. Now I know you're wondering, can you pick any 2 slopes, any 2 points and find the same slope? Absolutely. It doesn't even matter where you pick them. So let's try this one more time. If I pick this point and this point, all right, this point and this point, let's try it again. I go up 2, 1, 2. All right, let's see if this is equal. Up 2 and over 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 4. Well, that's 2/4, but if you reduce 2/4, or you put it in the calculator, you'll find out that it is also 1/2. So that's all you got to do. Just count the rise over the run. And this little symbol over here, M is how a short way of saying slope. M, small m, just symbolizes slope, okay? The symbol we use. Now for this one, it's the same thing, rise over run, but you'll notice that the slope is negative because it's going down. So the first thing you want to do is put a negative sign, just to make sure you know that this slope is negative. All right? And draw this line just to put this rise over the run onto. So it's going to be a negative slope. And now we're just going to do the rise over the run, but I'm going to go down because it's negative. So it's 1, 2, 3. So it's down 3. And it's over 2. 1, 2. So this has a slope of negative 3 over 2. So if you see that the slope is negative, don't forget that you need the negative sign here. Perfect. Now let's check this out, the slope of horizontal and vertical lines. So for this one, it's rise over run. And if you look over here, the rise is nothing. There is no rise. So if I were to find the slope, I would say the rise is 0. Now the run, well, any 2 points, 1, 2, 3. This is 0 over 3. And 0 divided by 3 is equal to 0. Now this works for any horizontal line. The slope of a horizontal line is always 0, okay? All horizontal lines is always 0. Now vertical is a little different. It's all run. So if you look at this one, I go up 3, 1, 2, 3. So my slope is up 3. And it's over nothing. It doesn't even go over, so it's 3 over 0. Now what you need to do is put this in your calculator to see what this equals, and if you put it in, it will say undefined. Undefined slope. So if it's a vertical line, because the run is always 0 and you cannot divide by 0, your slope will be undefined. And try it. Go get a calculator, divide any number by 0, it will say undefined. The slope formula. Now there's 2 ways to find slope if you're just given the points. One, you could plot them and then graph them and see what it is, or 2, you could use the slope formula. You could do whatever you prefer, but it's just good to know. So if we want to find the slope of a line that contains the points 3, 1, 6, 7 using the slope formula, well, we need the slope formula, which is given here, which is y2 minus y1, that's our rise, and our x2 minus x1, which is our run. Still rise over run, that's just the formula for it. To do this, the first step is just to label the coordinates. We got x1, y1. This is our first x and our first y, and that's what that little 1 means. And x2, y2. After you've done that, write down the slope formula, which we have written for you right here. It's taken care of. Step 3 is to substitute the coordinates into the formula. So our y2 is 7, our y1 is 1, our x2 is 6, and our x1 is 3. You put this into your formula, and you get 7 minus 1 is 6, 6 minus 3 is 3. And what you do is you want to take this number and put it into your calculator so you can reduce it, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. All slopes need to be reduced, so don't just leave it like this. You have to put it into your calculator to reduce the slope. Now let's just see if this even worked. Let's try plotting these points. So we have 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, up 1, and 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now let's draw a nice little line going through that. Perfect. And let's find the slope of this. And we can just do it visually now. So this is our first point. This is 3, 1. This is 6, 7. And let's go. So it's, let's see, up rise is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And our run is 1, 2, 3. So our m is 6 over 3. Sweet. So that did work, because look, that's the same, and we reduce now, so m equals 2. Done. All right, let's try it one more time, okay? So we want to find the slope of a line that contains point 8, negative 2, and 2, 6. Now this way, instead of doing the slope formula, I'm just going to plot the points and see if I can find the slope. So our first point is 8, negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, negative 2. And our second point is 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We draw a line going from here to here, and let's find the slope just visually. So it goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now since this is going down, we have to remember that this is going to be a negative slope, so it's going to be negative, see, because it's going down, 8 over 6. We put that in the calculator to reduce it, and we get negative 4/3. All right, let's see if this, let's use the slope formula and see if we get a consistent answer with that. So first thing to do is label the coordinates x1, y1, first x, first y, second x, second y. Check. We're going to write down the slope formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Substitute our values in. Y2 is 6, y1 is negative 2. So don't forget to put the double negative in there. Minus negative 2. And then our y2, x2 is 2, and our x1 is 8. So if we do that, we get 6 minus negative 2. Put that in the calculator. Minus negative is plus, so that's 8. And 2 minus 8 is negative 6. If we check that out, see our slopes are the same so far. We're going to put this in the calculator, and we see that we get m equals negative 4/3. Amazing. It worked out perfectly. Okay, now this is probably the most difficult way to find the slope, and this is finding the slope from an equation when it's in slope-intercept form. Now you might remember this, but an equation in slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. The m, which is in front of your x, is the slope, and the b is the y-intercept. And guess why they call it slope-intercept form? Because you can see the slope and the intercept. Got it. Okay, so let's try 3 different ways you can see this question, okay? So if I want to find the slope, this would probably be the most easiest one. I want to determine the slope of a line that's y equals 2x plus 5. And you notice this is already in y equals mx plus b form. All you have to do to find the slope is find the number in front of x. The number in front of x is 2, so that's my slope. Done. That is easy peasy. Second one, if you look here, this is not in y equals mx plus b form. This is actually, we got x and y on one side equals 20. To do this, we have to put this into y equals mx plus b form, meaning we need y on one side and everything else on the other. So how do we do that? Well, we have 5x plus 10y equals negative 20. You have to put a line down, and you're going to put all the other you're going to put x and all the numbers on this side, and y is going to stay on this side, okay? So this is where we're going to keep all our y's. This is going to be mx plus b. So the first thing we're going to do is subtract 5x from both sides, okay? That cancels out, and now we just have 10y on this side. That's good. We're solving for y, and we get negative 20. Actually, you know what? Let's put the 5x in front. We're going to put negative 5x minus 20. This stays negative, and the reason I'm going to put that, I don't just say negative 25, is because these aren't like terms, so they don't combine. So it's negative 5x because I subtracted 5x, and negative 20. Now I have to get y by itself, so I have to divide everything by 10 now. So I'm dividing every single thing by 10. Divide by 10, divide by 10. These 10s cancel, and I get y equals negative 5/10, which I'm going to put in the calculator to check what it is, and that gives me negative 1/2. All right, so don't forget to put this in the calculator. X minus 2. Now the slope is just what's in front of x, so I got negative 1/2 in front of x here, so my slope of this line is negative 1/2. So just to say this again, you have to have it in y equals mx plus b form to find the slope. Let's try one more example of this. So once again, it's not in y equals mx plus b form. It has to be y equals mx plus b. And this has a 4x and 2 on this side, not okay. So we have 4x minus 2y equals 10. Put my line down. This is my side for y's, okay? I want only y on this side. See, only y can be on this side. So I'm going to subtract 4x first. So subtract the x's first, all right, and move that to the other side. When I do that, I'm left with negative 2y. Do not drop that negative. The negative also comes down, which equals negative 4x plus 10. From here, I have to divide everything by negative 2y. Not just 2, but since this is negative 2, everything gets divided by the negative as well. And I get y equals negative 4 divided by negative 2 is positive 2x minus 5. And so once again, the slope is just what's in front of x, and the slope is just 2. All right, guys, that's it for this lesson. Just remember, Mr. Edwards is not fat, no matter what they say. I promise you he's not.